It's up for grabs now! Thomas!
Put through by Bold! Would you believe it?
Sidestepping one, sidestepping two! That is brilliant!
Van Persie closing in! Oh, he's got it! Great ball by Song, and Van Persie comes from nowhere.
Hello, this is Ollie One Roddy here with Arsenal Talk on the Halftime Chat, and, well, it's transfer deadline day, and breaking news, a pigeon has been spotted outside of London Coney training camp, and, well, we can only expect, really, the transfer fee with the pigeons at Trafalgar Square has been agreed, but we're waiting for personal terms to be sorted out. At this current point in time, it's believed that the pigeon has literally shat all over the current deals that Arsene Wenger has put forth. However, after removing the pigeon feces from the contract details, it could be seen that the pigeon will be making a dramatic transfer right before the end of transfer deadline. And really, that's the kind of weird things that we've had today. Very, very strange reports coming from various sources with lots of random rumours. Now, on the subject of transfer deadline day on the whole, obviously Arsenal supporters, we spend most of the day shitting ourselves because, frankly, anything could happen today. At this current point in time, there's been no strong rumours for Arsenal, but we've been linked with a number of players. By the way, guys, I'm sorry that I've been gone for so long. Lots of things really keeping me busy, and I haven't had a chance as of yet to post any more videos. So whilst I'm here, just want to say that I'm really excited about the arrival of Santi Cazorla and Olivier Giroud. Later on in this video I'm going to have a quick chat about them, but first let's look at the rumours that have been flying around today. Now, I will put some sources over the video that I hope you can all link to. Some of these don't have sources, they've just been from Facebook pages and Twitter and stuff like that, so I'm just going to say those first. One of the things I've seen which is quite interesting, Yohan Cabaye, who we've been linked to over the past few days, apparently a player plus cash deal of 6 million plus an Arsenal player could be going to Newcastle in return for Yohan Cabaye. Now, the player is believed to be either Abou Diaby or Aaron Ramsey. Now, anyone who's watched any of my videos will probably know my opinions on Aaron Ramsey, so I do hope it's Aaron Ramsey going and not Diaby, who's had a great start to the season. Other rumours we've seen, Cheick Tiote still linked with Arsenal, linked with a dramatic return down to the south. I say return because he was spotted there earlier this week in one of those dramatic, oh no, he's obviously going to sign for Arsenal. Of course he didn't. So Tiote could be another player going. Mikel Essien has been an interesting one because it's been reported that Chelsea and Arsenal are talking and negotiating currently terms for the player, and that the player himself does want to leave Chelsea in search of first-team football. Now, the only real backing up of this rumour that I've seen is that, as of present, Mikel Essien is not included in the Chelsea team to face Atletico Madrid tonight. Now, obviously, this could be due to an injury, a sickness. As I've said earlier, Essien might not actually be getting that much time at the moment on Chelsea team in general with the midfielders they've brought in, so he might just not be included in the team. But Mikel Essien, what do I think of him? Well, I think he's a great player. I think he's lost his way a bit, but anyone who knows anything about Arsenal from before the past 5 years knows that Arsene has had great success in taking players who maybe haven't performed so well for other teams and turning them into great stars. So we'll see about that one. Also on Arsenal's radar, we've had apparently an inquiry about Fernando Llorente and Giuseppe Rossi. It was reported a couple of days ago that Arsenal have inquired about 4 players, 3 of them in the Premier League and 1 of them from La Liga. If that is true, then that's probably going to be either Llorente or Rossi from La Liga. And from the Premier League, we've got Tiote, Cabaye and Essien. Now, what has interested me is apparently Gregory van der Wiel will not be joining Arsenal. It was rumoured in the last few days that Arsene Wenger had rekindled his interest in signing him, but apparently that's broken down, and now Van der Wiel wants to stay with Ajax. So, really, this leaves us in a bit of a strange position. We're still being linked with a striker, which I think is very preemptive, considering that, you know, everyone's saying at the moment, oh, well, we haven't scored any goals in the first 2 matches, but what you've got to remember is in our last friendly game, we scored 4 goals, 2 of which coming from our new striker. Also, last season, we scored 2 goals in our opening 3 matches, and we conceded 2 goals in our opening 3 matches. We conceded 2 goals in our opening 2 matches. We conceded 10 goals in our opening 3 matches. So, I mean, the start of the season we've had isn't the best start, but we're currently undefeated. And I think that our new signings have played very well, particularly Cazorla, who is really looking dangerous. Giroud, his time and space on the ball looks good. His positioning's great. I think he's just got to get a bit better of a head on the finishing. I think the difference between League One and the Premier League has really been showing in his play, because, you know, he's getting into fantastic positions and he's looking dangerous, but the big difference, I suppose, with a league like the French League and a league like the Premier League is that maybe in France he was getting into these positions and the defenders weren't of the quality to stop him. But obviously in the English League, you know, there are top quality defenders. There are teams that train for hours and hours to get their defending perfect, and they're not going to just let you waltz through. So we'll give him some time. Podolski also been a bit slow off the mark, but you know, the thing about Podolski is he's not possessed of any great speed or height or strength. We know what he is, and he's a finisher. And you know, if I had to put money on a player smacking a ball in from the end of the 6-yard line, I'd put it on Podolski. So let's see. I think the goals are going to start rolling in soon. I don't think we need a new striker. I'm really interested in seeing if we're going to sign either a right back or perhaps a defensive midfielder. The great thing, if we did sign a defensive midfielder, is that people often quoting about Alex Song leaving, being it's terrible because we've lost our rock in the midfield. Now, I think Alex Song was a good midfielder, but I do not think he's a rock. I didn't think he was a defensive midfielder. In fact, last year, if you looked at him statistically, he contributed far more to the attack than he did to the defence. And I think one of the big problems about having a defensive midfielder who isn't actually defending is that the way you play is obviously affected. You know, if you're relying on a player to be there in a defensive position and he's not, he's attacking up the field, that leaves you greatly exposed. So, you know, it might be one of those things where if Arsenal play away, which means we don't have a defensive midfielder, but the midfielders who are there are compensating for not having a defensive midfielder, that could be better than believing that we have a player who is defending, who's not actually performing that role. So I think that's going to be an interesting factor to observe this season. You know, if we do sign Essien or perhaps Tiote, who's more defensive midfielders, you know, we could see that protection for the back four is maintained and we play very much in the same way as last season. Or should we not? You know, we've got Arteta, Cazorla, and then Wilshere or Diaby or Ramsey, whoever comes in. Maybe they'll be playing more of a Barca type game, which is midfield and defence kind of contributing to each other in a passing and possession play. Well, whatever it takes and whatever happens, I just thought I'd drop in this quick video. As I said, it's transfer deadline day, so I thought it was important to announce all these interesting rumours that are happening. I shall do another video tomorrow morning discussing how successful our transfers were in the transfer deadline day, and also the situations regarding selling Robin van Persie and Alex Song, and the 3 purchases we've made and what that means for us statistically over the next season. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry about this video being so cut and dry and a bit all over the place, but I hope you tune in tomorrow, and everyone enjoy the last few hours of transfer deadline day. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.